Hello, third grade, and welcome to reading skill for today. We're going to continue looking at asking and answering questions. We'll do half of this assignment together, and we'll do the other half of the assignment on your own. Please make sure that you are on page 4 with me, and we will go ahead and begin. Let's go ahead and begin. Lefties are besties. On the day of the first baseball practice, the dugout was dusty and cramped. Steve sat on the bench, anxiously waiting for his turn to bat. He was worried because he had never played baseball before, and he didn't want to embarrass himself in front of the entire team. "Wilson!" yelled the coach sharply. That was Steve's last name, so he stood up abruptly and picked up the bat on his way to the batter's box. Steve carefully stood behind the base and tried to look just like the player before him. As the ball approached, he shut his eyes and swung. He heard a ripple of laughter from the kids in the dugout behind him. "Wilson, you gotta keep your eyes on the ball the whole time," the coach shouted. "Let's try her again." Steve swung, but he missed the ball again. "Hey, Wilson, are you left-handed?" the coach called. Steve nodded. The coach laughed. "Turn around and go on the other side of the base." Steve tried it, and this time when the ball came, he made it soar over the outfielder's head. "Perfect!" coach shouted. "Now we have a guy to hit on the other side of the field." Steve grinned, feeling relieved. Who knew? Batting left-handed was actually good for the team. Now we will be answering yellow, purple, and orange together, and you'll be doing blue, red, and green on your own. Grab your yellow highlighting tool. Remember, when we are answering question, we can use cups to help us restate our question. The first part is crossing out our question words. Let's read through the question first. What did Steve pick up when it was his turn? I'll cross that out. Then I'll use, is for you, the words in my answer. Steve picked up, I'll leave a blank right there, when it was his turn. All right, now I need to provide my evidence. So let's go back into the text, grab your highlighting tool, I'm going to make mine a little smaller, and find what he picked up at his turn. So he was anxiously waiting for his turn. He was embarrassed in front of them. He yelled, so he stood up abruptly and picked up the bat on his way to the batter's box. Go ahead and highlight that. And we're going to type that into our answer. So I'll get rid of my space, clicking the back arrows on my keypad, and right after up, Steve picked up, I'll look back at my highlighted evidence, easy to find because it's highlighted. He picked up the bat on his way to the batter's box. When it was his turn. So if you need to pause the video now to finish typing, you may. And you can grab the purple highlighting tool. Now we need to find, why was Steve worried? I'll start by crossing out my question words. Why was. Then I'll use the rest of the words in my answer. Steve was worried, and this is a why question, so we answer that with because. And we can go up and find our evidence. Grab your purple highlighting tool again. So let's see why he was worried. Why was he worried to go up? Well, he was anxious. Oh, right here. He was worried because he had never played baseball before. And he didn't want to embarrass himself in front of the entire team. So there's two reasons that he was worried. He's never played, and he was worried he would embarrass himself. So you can choose either one in your answer. I'm going to use that he was worried he would embarrass himself. Steve was worried because he thought he might embarrass himself. Pause the video if you need more time to write this out. And then grab your orange highlighting tool. The last one we're going to answer is, when did this story take place? So that's going to be the setting. Was it in the summer? Was it a certain month? Cross out my question words. When did? Use the rest of the words in my answer. This story took place. And then I can provide my evidence. Grab my highlighting tool again. When did it take place? Well, I see at the top right here it says on the first day of baseball practice. Go ahead and highlight that. And then back down at the bottom, this story took place on the first day of baseball practice. If you need more time to type that out, you may pause the video here. For the rest of your assignment, you will be answering the blue, red, and green questions on this page. Remember to cross out your question words, use the rest of the words in the question in your answer, and provide your evidence. I need to see complete sentences, capital letters, and periods at the end. Once you're done with this page, you can move on to the next activity.